Good morning, Open Door Church Sunbury. My name's Libby. Today we're learning about the wise man who built his house upon the rock. The rock he builds our lives on is Jesus. Enjoy!
Hello everybody, it's David again, here to play a song for you. Well, we're going to sing a song together, hopefully. Hope you're going to join in. This is a new song. This is a song you probably don't know, so I'm going to teach it to you. It's very simple, not many words, but there's some fun actions to get along with, which hopefully by the time you're doing this, it's not quite as hot as it is where I'm doing it right now. So, I can't do the actions and play guitar at the same time. So I've got a friend to come along to help us. This is Mr. D. Hello. He's going to help us with the actions, okay? So the lyrics are, I've got my mind made up and my heart is set and I'm going with Jesus all the way. I've got my mind made up and my heart is set and I'm going with Jesus all the way. Okay, we start off slow, and we get faster, and we get faster, and we get faster, and we get faster. And maybe we'll go slow again. We'll see how it goes, have some fun, okay? So, it starts off very slow. Nice. I've got my mind made up, and my heart is set, and I'm going with Jesus all the way. I've got my mind made up, and my heart is set, and I'm going with Jesus all the way. I've got my mind made up and my heart is set, and I'm going with Jesus all the way. Sing with me. Got my mind made up and my heart is set, and I'm going with Jesus all the way. Got my mind made up and my heart is set, and I'm going with Jesus all the way. Got my mind made up and my heart is set, and I'm going with Jesus all the way. I got my mind made up and my heart is set, and I'm going with Jesus all the way. I got my mind made up and my heart is set, and I'm going with Jesus all the way. I got my mind made up and my heart is set, and I'm going with Jesus all the way. I got my mind made up and my heart is set, and I'm going with Jesus all the way. I got my mind made up and my heart is set, and I'm going with Jesus all the way. I got my mind made up and my heart is set, and I'm going with Jesus all the way. I got my mind made up and my heart is set, and I'm going with Jesus all the way. I got my mind made up and my heart is set, and I'm going with Jesus all the way. I got my mind made up and my heart is set, and I'm going with Jesus all the way. Got my mind made up and my heart is set, and I'm going with Jesus all the way. I got my mind made up and my heart is set, and I'm going with Jesus all the way. I got my mind made up and my heart is set, and I'm going with Jesus all the way. Woo!
Hello kids, and welcome to this week's Kids Church Challenge with me, Ethan Phillips, and my lovely father and partner here, Andy Phillips. Today we're doing the parable of the wise man and building his house upon a rock. So to visualise this, we've got a little challenge ahead. We've got two men here, the wise man and the foolish man who built his house upon the sand. And the challenge is for me and Andy to pick up a sponge. My lovely assistant's going to show you right here. We're going to grab these sponges, we're going to run a little bit around some water over at the side, nicely. That's probably as fast as he's going to be able to run it as well, because he's quite chubby. and we lay them down. And what's going to happen is Karis, our lovely assistant, is going to put about a minute on the clock, and the person with the highest tower at the end wins. But the loser, who is the foolish man, is going to get dumped by loads of water. It's going to be horrible. Okay, wait for the train. Think about being where we are. Okay then, right, let's get going. So, right at the end, it's going to finish off with us putting our wise men on top. If the wise men cannot sit on top of the tower, it does not count, and you are void, and you are the loser. So, are you ready? Karis, time on the clock. 3, 2, 1, go go! He forgot to pick up the sponge. Oh, that's kind of ugly. Where is this? I see how this is going to pan out. That's fine though.
10 seconds.
10 seconds. Go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop.
Look at that. Finish. Hands away. No, wait. Not done yet. If you can balance. No, it doesn't matter. It's about balancing afterwards, isn't it? If it can. Not that it has to be. Oh! Judge, come and adjudicate.
Karis, who is the winner?
Ethan, obviously.
Obviously.
Ah! Okay,
Whee!
time to get punished.
Time to get punished.
You know what to do.
Alright.
Guys, pick it up.
So Dad now, nice in the middle.
Take on the bindle.
So as you kids club attendees will know, what do we do with losers? We gunge them! 3, 2, 1.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you for coming to this week's Kids Club Kids Challenge!
Good morning. Today we're going to be looking at a story that Jesus told. He told things called parables, which are stories that have a moral. They have a reason he tells them, and they're usually things that we should listen to and should be like, or not, and as the case may be. There's always a moral to the story. So today we're going to be doing the parable of the wise and foolish builders. Jesus taught a parable about 2 builders. He said, "Everyone who hears my words and obeys them will be like a wise man who built his house on a rock. When the rains fell and the floods came and the winds blew and beat on that house, it did not fall because it had been built on a rock. But a man who does not obey my teaching is like a man who builds his house on sand. When the wind and rain comes to his house, the water will carry away the sand from under his house. It will crash to the ground because its foundation has been washed away." When Jesus finished teaching these parables, the crowds were amazed at what he had said. They had never heard anyone talk about God and sound so sure about what he was saying. Of course, we know that Jesus is no ordinary man. He's also the Son of God. The warnings Jesus gave the crowd, written in the Bible, are for us too. We need to build our house, our life, on the rock. That means we need to put our trust in Jesus, the rock of our salvation. Jesus warned people that not everyone goes to heaven. Even if we try really, really hard and be good, one sin ruins our perfect record and makes us God's enemies. And no one can be that good, no one but Jesus. Jesus said that those who do his Father's will go to heaven. God the Father sent his Son Jesus to die on the cross for all the sinful things we do. If we trust in God, Father's plan. We are doing the Father's will. That is building our house on a rock. So it's craft time again, and I was thinking what craft should we do this week, and I thought it's time we had a competition. So we've been doing the story about the house that was built on the rock or on the sand, and so I thought for a competition this week we would see who can build the most interesting, different, whatever kind of house that you would like to build. So I made some examples for you to see. You might think about doing. First of all, we have a Duplo house. This is, as you can see, beautifully constructed all by my own fair hand. You've got a little sheet pen in the front and a car. You can use your imagination to make it whatever you want. So that might be one kind of house you might want to make. Or on the other hand, I have another one here, which was made by us as a family some years ago now for a school project. It's a Tudor house, beautiful thatch as you can see, front and back, it's all there. So that's made purely from cardboard and paper. So I'm sure you've got stuff around the house that you could use to make a house. Just let your imagination go wild. So you've got a week to build a house and send in the photograph. Send the photograph in to our email address, which is office@opendoorchurchsunbury.com. If you missed that, you'll find it on the website, I'm sure, if you look on there. And if we get entries in by next Sunday, then we will give the results of the competition probably at the next Kids Church, which I think now will be the first Sunday in September. So all the best, use your imagination and have fun. Thank you.
Hi everyone, it's me again. We're going to sing a song together now it's finished that helps us remember the story we've just heard about the wise man and the foolish man. There's an old song, but it's a very good song. It's a song I remember from when I was small, and I'm sure some of your parents probably remember it as well. It's a great song, just helps us remember that story. It's got some actions as well, and Mr. D is back to help us out. And I think he's probably recovered from earlier. But here it is. The wise man built his house upon the rock. The wise man built his house upon the rock. The wise man built his house upon the rock. The wise man built his house upon the rock. And the rains came tumbling down. The rains came down and the floods came up. The rain came down and the floods came up. The rains came down and the floods came up. And the house on the rock stood firm. The foolish man now. The foolish man built his house upon the sand. The foolish man built his house upon the sand. The foolish man built his house upon the sand. And the rains came tumbling down. The rains came down and the floods came up. The rains came down and the floods came up. The rains came down and the floods came up. And the house on the sand fell flat. And the house on the sand fell flat. Sing the wise man. The wise man built his house upon the rock. The wise man built his house upon the rock. The wise man built his house upon the rock. And the rains came tumbling down. The rains came down and the floods came up. The rains came down and the floods came up. The rains came down and the floods came up. And sand. The foolish man built his house upon the sand, and the rains came tumbling down. The rains came down and the floods came up. The rains came down and the floods came up. The rains came down and the floods came up, and the house on the sand fell flat.
Hope you loved our kids' church this morning. Tune in 2 weeks. Until then, keep building your life on Jesus.